Hello everyone and welcome to our new video post. Today we are going to talk about staff training and it is the one of the most important topic in hotels, restaurants, boutique hotels and also coffee shops and bars. As a hotelier, restaurant owner, you have to know how to train your staff in different situations. Uh, Today we want to speak about when the guest complains about the, for example, price. What should your staff do? Let's skip the small talks and dive straight into our main new topic. Uh, most of us, when uh, because most of us are customers and or guests, and we see that when we think that the price is not fair or is too much, or after you order, you will understand that, oh, I have to pay some more um money for, I don't know, sauce for extra drinks or etc., which are too expensive and it's not fair, so we complain about that. And sometimes we see that the staff is freezing. Or for example, they say it is what it is. You have to know it before. Even you have to ask it. Okay, how should we know before you tell about the price, or why I should know before? You have to aware me, you have to inform me, and we shouldn't be surprised or blah blah. And what your staff really have to do is do not defend it. You have to frame it. You have to know how to good frame your work, your service. For example, a guest says, "That's a bit expensive," or "Why is this dish so pricey?" Uh, when you face with these kinds of sentences, you can use some behavioral economic insights, which are value framing, loss aversion, and contrast effect. Contrast effect is the main and most important insight that you have to learn it. Uh, you will face with some different sentences like, wait, 35 € for just chicken and rice. Or maybe sometimes your guests are a little bit rude or act not good. You have to come down and think sharply, creatively, how to contrast it, how to, for example, convenience your guests, not to be rude like him or her. And don't say, for example, yeah, I know, but that's a price. It's not a good um behavior. Uh, why why this moment in your business is crucial? Because most of the time it's happened for you, whether you want it or you don't want it. Uh, when your guest uh ask about the price, they are not always angry. You have to know they are uncertain. Something is not you know they think that something's happened here or something is not fair, but they are not sure about that, so because of that they asked you. The brain is doing value calculation under emotional pressure. If your staff doesn't reframe the value in that moment, the guest mentally anchors to the loss, not the experience. They lose everything. What to do instead? Your step should instantly frame the value, not the price. Here is how to train your team member to respond. For example, that chicken is slow roasted for 5 hours in our house marinated. The portions are generous and it comes with two handmade sides. It's one of our most satisfying dishes. Okay, you have to explain it, you have to give them value about what they eat or your service. Or for example, it's a bit more because we use organic, free range poultry and all local ingredients. It's a guest favorite, especially for foodies. Okay, and why this works? This taps into value framing. This taps into your value framing. You are guiding the guests to look at why they are getting, not just they are paying. It also uses in loss aversion. People fear missing out more than they hate spending money. So frame it like an opportunity they don't want to miss. And also contrast effect. If you mention another higher price item rate after, the original one feels more reasonable. Because of that, I recommend hotelier and restaurant owners to have at least one or two item with a higher price in your menu. It also has a contrast effect and has an anchoring effect because mm, it's a human brain, the function of the brain. They subconsciously contrast everything that they have in their head. So if you have, for example, very tasty steak, bischetto in Italy, bischette. Um, for example, you consider, for example, 30 euro for that dish. It is very good if you have another dish with steak and you can make it fancy, for example, with uh, gold papers or etc. With, for example, 60, 70 euros. If you do that, they think unconsciously that, oh, steak with 30 euros is reasonable. They contrast it without knowing what's happening. Uh, common staff mistakes to avoid. Don't justify with that what management decide, or don't freeze or laugh nervously. It's the worst thing. Don't apologize for the price. please don't apologize it. Don't think that, oh, it's a good manner, or okay, we are a good restaurant, we just apologize. And no, it shows your weakness. You are not weak. Your service quality, your food quality is worth it. So explain about that. uh, how to train your staff to master this moment. Create a story for every premium item. What's handmade, slow cooked, organic, local, award winning, even award winning. Practice pairing price defense with emotional rewards, comfort, quality, uniqueness, popularity. Let them use emotion based phrases like, honestly, it is worth. It is worth it if you are in the mood for something comforting. Or most guests who try it say it is the best part of their meal, or it is something you remember, not just something you eat. Uh, and as I told you and recommend you, place higher priced item above or beside your target item. You have to know that you have to have some kinds of target item in your menu. Why? Because of the decoy effect. People feel better choosing a middle option when something pricing exists nearby. Let your staff mention those items casually to reinforce this. So when your guests challenging price, they are giving your staff a golden moment to reframe the entire experience, not with discounts, but with smart, emotional storytelling backed by behavioral science. Okay, today we stop here in this topic, and I believe this topic is really helpful for you, for hotelier, for the staff, and you can leave a comment if you have any question. I will answer them. Comment here. If you like these videos, please support me. Um, Subscribe my channel, like it, and let's communicate with each other, have an engagement. And also you can find my contact info in my website, Lux Linkers, and shoot me an email. We can communicate with each other. I can analyze your hotel, your restaurant, and I can recommend a very good option for you to raise your scores, to make your guests satisfied, and with less cost, um, and don't spend a lot of money for that. So see you soon in next video.